G'day, g'day, g'day. It's your boy Danny D, aka Alaktrician Man, in the house, joined once again by my good friend and another YouTuber and super supporter of Stable Swap, Blue Chip Drip, in the house. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, fantastic. Man, your audio sounds really good. What's going
Oh,
on?
oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, man. What's going on, brother?
I installed I installed a flux capacitor. If you don't know what that is, you need to check out the movie Back to the Future.
That's awesome. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Later on, we're also going to be joined by Big T. Later on, he's running a little bit behind today. And so he'll be joining us. And let's just go over to the chat for a second. Haas, good to see you there again, brother. LFG, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Lillian Rose, as always, out there watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tarazia Lanik. I think I've pronounced that right. I think I have. Seen you here a few times as well. Thank you for joining us. And I have seen you over on Stable Swap. Stephen Riley, as always, super supportive. Thank you again, brother, for joining us. Tony Morrow. Oh, what can you say about Tony Morrow? She's just one of our biggest supporters, right?
That's right.
Oh, gotta love you, Tony. Where's LCM? Got to be out there somewhere. So there you go. There you go. So yeah, we've got this midweek stream, midweek AMA. Things are going great, brother. Things are going really good.
They're going really good. It looks like you got people coming in every day, man. The number of providers climbing.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. We're still shy of that 300K, but we should be there like within the next few hours, if not, within the day anyway. LCM, brother, yoo-hoo! Rock and roll, Tony. Yeah, we love you too, Tony. We love you too. Thank you again. So yeah, man, lots more people are coming in. I'm seeing like new Stable Swap videos going out daily as well. The requests to do AMAs and things like that. I'm cool with that. Very, very cool with that. Where are we here? I want to do a shout out to Experience Crypto 24/7. Shout out to you. I don't know if you're watching right now, but I did post the link there. And if you're over in the Telegram group, if you want to join us in the studio, by all means. And yeah, I'm happy to do an AMA with you in the near future. Sooner than later. So that would be freaking awesome. So Blue Chip, brother, what's going on, man?
Yeah, that Experience Crypto 24/7, he put out a video today, right?
Yeah, yep, that's right.
Man, he's really good, man. He sounded like a real DJ or something, man.
I noticed that. He's got that voice. So he came over via Jorge, who also did a video last week or earlier in the week. So yeah, man, there's a few people getting onto it now. And again, it's nice, gradual, slow and steady growth. That's something I really like about it. It hasn't gone like ballistic or viral, which is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Just let it cruise along. People start to get comfortable with it. They start talking about it with their friends and family and associates and team members and blah, blah, blah. And before you know it, there's going to be a lot of people on here. I mean, there's already, considering we haven't really done a big marketing push or anything like that. It's just every day there's new people joining us. So exciting.
Yeah, I've been trying, I've been in the space going on about 2 years. And I started off watching, the Main Street YouTubers because that's all you had. And I've tried reaching out to some of them, but man, I guess if you're, it's like they got this invisible rank structure, If you haven't been in as long as them, you're not allowed talk to them or ask them anything. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, I can reach out to these people, but I don't really need to. I don't think so.
Well, what I notice about you is you have a big following, but the majority of the folks in your community, they're like you. They're just straight up people looking to improve their life without all of the crazy Moon Boy or FUD or DGen or the attitude amongst you and your followers are, look, we want to live better. How can we do it? And that's what I like about it.
Quality, not quantity, brother. Quality, not quantity. And I think that's a key there. You look at the community that we have, it's just super positive all the time. You rarely get any FUD in there in the Telegram group and stuff like that. And I mean, yeah, you get it on Twitter or X, and things like that. But most of those people haven't actually given it a chance to like look into it. They're just assuming, they're assuming it's like this or it's like that without actually looking into it. But I'm sure that over time, once they start looking into it and realizing what we're doing here, we'll get more people on board. So. I'm not stressed out at all.
I enjoyed a post that one of your people put out today, Murphy NM in the Telegram.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They were pretty much saying that, people are shell shocked right now. So, anything that comes across, they just got this attitude like it's a scam or it's another.
Yeah.
And so he recommended in his Telegram, and I hope I'm not butchering it, that he or she, it just said Murphy NM. I don't know if it's a male or female. I apologize. But they just said, don't try to hard sell it. Just present it, invite them into the Telegram. And as time progresses, then they'll jump on board.
Yeah, that's it. Again, I don't think that we really need to hype it up, to be honest. I mean, we've got things happening on the ground here as well, like, over here in the Philippines, that's growing. We're going to be adding other things to it, etc. But, I think just through word of mouth and just through, user satisfaction at this point in time, I think that's just going to make it grow. I don't think we need to go like, balls and all and, do some major marketing campaign on it because we don't need it. Okay, this is not about mass adoption. And I think that's what a lot of people can't wrap their heads around. They're still thinking that, you've got to have all these people in. And, as I said in the last stream, it could be just the number of people we have now and it's still going to work.
That's amazing, man. I mean, and the other thing is it's not like, you don't need to jump in now because the price is going to be the same a year from now.
Yeah, that's it. It's stable. Exactly right. So when people come in, they come in and obviously our big focus over here is about the OTC. Okay. Is growing the user base for the OTC. That's fantastic. But in regards to the stable swap system, in regards to providing liquidity, I mean, we don't have to oversell this thing. We don't. We just share it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if a million people come in tomorrow or not. It doesn't really matter. We don't have to have the hundreds of thousands of people for this thing to work. So
when you present it to a normal human being, they're just like, no way.
Yeah.
Not. They look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah, I know. So there you go, Tony Mora. Exactly. It sells itself. It does. Blue Chip, you're the man, brother. You are the man. All right. There you go, man. You got a lot of lovers and followers out there, bro.
I'm just a meager, humble existence, man.
We may have to like one day do a blue chip drip meme token, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey, that bad boy would moon out the gate. And then I would disappear.
That's right. Tired of the Ponzonomics, yes, is not that exactly. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of people think it is, but it's definitely not there. Yeah.
I wanted to ask LCM. I think his better half said he had a Harley.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
He does.
He does?
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
I love Harleys. Actually, I'm looking at a new bike, but I'm not looking at a Harley at the moment.
I'm gonna try to turn it around. I rode for about 10 years. Well, I rode a lot when I was a kid, and then I had an Indian. Well, I screwed up.
Indian, wow.
I had a Indian Chief.
Yep.
And the Chief is the same motor as the Roadmaster, 1800 cc's.
Yep.
But on the Chief, I had that little bar on the back where you can stack luggage.
Yep.
And that's better than the dresser, because when you get to where you're going, you take your luggage off. Now you can cruise around without all that weight. Yeah. My wife was into it. She was going everywhere. Then we were going to the mountains. We went to Daytona like 5 times. And the last time I screwed it up. Well, I screwed up by trading the Chief for a Roadmaster. Had that dresser on the back. So and you can't put as much in that back dresser as you can on that bar. Man, when I had the Chief, my wife, we would have a regular suitcase and then another with her clothes, and then another bag with her shoes and her curling iron and all that stuff. But hey, man, we'd be riding down the road, and she was cool with it. And the last time we went to Daytona, we got there and hooked up with a buddy of mine from the Marine Corps, and we started drinking at like 11 o'clock in the afternoon or early, late morning. Yeah. And we just kept going, riding around Bike Week. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I was like, I said, I want to cruise down the main drag. I've never done that before. I don't know if you've ever done that, but you're at Daytona and you're going down the drag and there's people on the sidewalks and they're cheering you on and you're cruising real slow. And, you know, I didn't know if I'd do it again, they sell these deflectors to put over the muffler so you don't burn your leg, even though your leg's not touching the muffler, the heat. Let me tell you something, man. You're doing this duck walk down Bike Week, and all of a sudden, your freaking leg, you're like sticking your leg out because it's. So if I have to do that again, I'm gonna get the deflector. But to end the story, I was so buzzed from drinking all day, and I was just cruising. I was feeling good. We left the main drag, started cruising. I got to the stoplight, and I forgot to put my feet down. I was like, my wife was like, no more. I was like,
Excuse me. That's crazy. I love bikes, man. I mean, over here, I don't see the benefit in getting like a huge bike over here where I am over here, you know, and I rarely use it, but I am looking at just a Kawasaki Vulcan S, just a 650.
Oh, Vulcan.
Beautiful bike. Vulcan
man,
S.
Dude, I love. You talking about the Kawasaki Vulcan?
Yeah, the Vulcan
S. I had a Vulcan 1600.
Yeah, man. I love them, man. I love them, but just something smaller. You know, the Vulcan 650S is a nice bike, really nice bike.
Oh yeah, man, those are
good enough for out here. Bikes. Yeah, so I'm looking at getting one of those early in the new year. So just so I can cruise around. I'm thinking of doing like the northern loop of this island. I'm on Luzon Island, and you can do the northern loop. I'm looking at doing a solo ride. I love doing solo rides, man. You know, just stop wherever you want to stop, go wherever you want to go. It's just freaking awesome. So, yeah, man. That's the plan. Early 2024.
You're a bit of a mechanic, right?
Yeah, man.
Well, just a technical. And what's up, Susie S?
Yes, Susie. G'day.
G'day. Senora.
and Big T's here to join us now. Is that you were going to say, bro?
when I had my Vulcan, okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to send you a picture because on the
Yeah,
front
do it.
I put an aftermarket fairing on the front of it, and I had somebody spray paint Bruce Lee like from Return.
Oh,
It was
wow.
bad, but it was fine. But I changed the pipes to Vansenheim's.
Yep.
And it started like using oil. And at that time, I thought maybe the rings were going bad or something. So I traded it for the Indian. But then I started thinking, when I changed those pipes, maybe the compression changed and it messed up the head spacing timing.
It could very well do. There's a thing called tuned length, right? So if you're not at the proper tuned length, it can definitely affect things. And what we used to do, man, it's like how I'll get Big T in first. Big T in the house. You're all green. Can you hear us?
What am I doing wrong? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just I don't know if you're wanting to show your face or whatever, but
yeah,
anyway,
I do.
Select your camera, bro. Should be able to select your camera and choose your camera there. But let me just go to the chats for a minute here. Indians, yes, makes a nice bike. I love them. LCM had 145 pounds in the back and then the luggage. There you go. Living in Daytona, 88 to 89, Stephen. Great. Been there, done that. Toppling over. I think we all have. 3 Harleys sold to hell can't ride one at a time. Exactly
Yeah, right.
I've actually still got, I think I've got 7 or 8 bikes. I think.
Yo,
Big T, welcome, brother.
Hey guys, I'm gonna try to adjust my volume so you guys go ahead because I can barely.
Why, you can't hear us?
Jeez, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, man. Audio check for anybody else out there. Can you hear us okay? We all good? Susie, yes, holla. Brother, good to have you here, Big T. Finally,
good to be here.
T in the house.
I'm actually coming from the house. I was going to go to the office tonight, but I decided to stay home, get on here a little quicker.
That's all good. Guys, by the way, in the description of the video down below, you'll see links for Big T's YouTube, which is just getting off the ground. And you'll also have the link for Blue Chip as well. The links to their YouTube is down there in the bottom. So please, if you haven't, please subscribe. And also to this channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, smash the like button, hit the notification bell. And it seems like 27% of people that view these videos, my videos, have not subscribed. So that other 27% of you out there, please subscribe. I'm not even at 1,000 subscribers, man. It's all good. I mean, I took 1.5 years off, so but again, it's about quality, not quantity, right?
Exactly. Absolutely.
So there you go. So Big T, talk to us, buddy. What's going on?
So I'm in a stable swap.
Woohoo!
I'm up to a whopping $10.50 right now.
Okay, and your rewards, awesome.
Exactly. So heck, in another 7 days, I could actually claim.
There you go. You could. You definitely could.
$25 minimum, right?
It's $50 minimum for you to withdraw. Okay, so it's accumulated 50 minimum to withdraw. But once it's at 25, I mean, you don't physically have to claim or anything. It just automatically goes into your wallet. So it just accumulates within your wallet. But once you're at 25, you can also
restake, right?
Talking about restaking it has to be 25.
Yeah, minimum of 25.
Yeah, Chip doesn't want me withdrawing. He wants me restaking. He wants those daily reward honors.
Gotta eat, man. I gotta eat.
But it's definitely a great opportunity. It's a really, really good opportunity and something that you don't have to keep watching. You know, you just don't have to keep watching it. You don't have to think, oh shit, is the price going to dump tomorrow?
Exactly.
You
That's
don't
what
have
I
to
love
worry
about it.
about it. Yeah.
And, you know, we've talked before, but for anybody watching, you know, I've been in this since 2008.
Yeah.
You know, so I've seen all the ups and downs. I've made a couple people millionaires. I should have taken my own advice. So I've turned chip into blue chip.
Yeah. Big T, for anybody that doesn't know, Big T is my original team leader from Drip.
Beautiful.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little story about me and Chip. We were on a trip. We were going to the DR, and we were with some other friends of ours.
Yeah.
And I started talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yeah.
And these guys started squirming like I was talking about Donald Trump or something. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. You know, oh, that's that weird stuff. No, that stuff doesn't make any sense.
Everywhere you go.
Now look at Chip. He's blue chip.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go, blue chip.
He's actually correcting me on stuff now. The student has become the teacher.
But isn't that a great thing? Isn't that a great thing that, you know, anyone that comes in, if they educate themselves enough, they can do well. It's not about having this person above you and they're all making all this money and stuff. It's about anyone has that opportunity. And that's what I love about what we do.
Chip,
and
how long did it take me to onboard you the first time?
Man, it must have taken him 4 hours. He had to teach me how to copy and paste, man. This is like 2 years ago.
4 hours. It was like 4 days. He kept calling me back going, "You think I should buy a laptop?" I'm like, dude, you're doing this all on your phone?
Can I just go to Drip and buy it?
Exactly.
I'm going to put this comment up on here. Pranil, making $300 per month, hoping it's not going to get rugged. Hey, what can I say about that? You know, blue chip, you can comment on that if you want. Like, you know,
well,
getting rugged.
Yeah, we all have those thoughts, and actually, Big T and I, we've had discussions about this to the wee hours of the morning. But number one, you know, beside the fact that it's, you know, our rewards come from a real world OTC business. It's on a stable coin, but the big thing is, why would someone spend 4 years developing a project? That's how long you guys have been working on this, right?
Been a while.
And you and your partners, I'm not going to say how much money, but it's like Donald Trump money. I know that. Obtaining licensing, leasing a building, and employing over 40 or 50 people, a compliance team, a legal team, an office, just to turn around and rug for a couple $100,000 liquidity. I mean, it's and the fact that you're totally transparent, you're out here, you know, people see you every day. Like you mentioned, you're in the Philippines giving classes. And some people may not be familiar with the Philippines, but let's say Big T and I are in the Philippines and I don't like him. Do you think I could slip somebody 10,000 peso while he's walking down the street with all these people just to slip a knife in his liver? I mean, the Philippines is, you know, I love the place. But so
I'm here. I'm out in the open.
Can you imagine if you ganked people on Filipinos that you live with on their money? Man, you and your family would have to move back to Australia.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the quickness, you know.
Absolutely.
And I don't know where. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but Pranil is from. but about any country in the world right now, you've already been rugged with your own currency. If you look at where the dollar has gone in the last 50 years, it went from being worth $1 to it's really worth, 99% less than that now.
Absolutely.
Inflation has just eaten us up.
Yeah.
So, people get caught up in, their own worlds of, well, I got a job and I'm making money, but, your own governments are rugging you. So, you're just, and within the world of crypto, as long as I've been in it, there's really hasn't been something like this.
No.
I mean, I've been in Bitcoin. I've been in Pulse. I've been in Hex. Hex was the first staking of its kind.
Yeah.
It was the first to start all this. And Hex is still going. And it went from 0.00004 to 52 cents, made hundreds of millionaires around the world.
Yep.
Dropped back down to below a penny. He released his own ecosystem called Pulse Chain.
Yep.
And he now, Richard Hart, has this ecosystem, but Hex's went below a penny, and now it's just above a penny. It's coming back. But anybody that staked, they could have staked for 60 days, 120 days, a year, 10 years, 15 years was the max.
Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine that got into Hex, and he has been staking. And he did stakes for 6 years and 10 years and 3 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And he's got 10,000 Hex a day coming in.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I just restaked some of my Hex.
Yeah.
For the next year. So I wish I had the amount of Hex he's got, but anyway, it's just great to see a platform like Stable Swap that, I just mentioned. Hex went to here, it went back to here, it's coming back. All that volatility. If you got weak hands, and you're skitsy, you're selling at the wrong time, you're buying at the wrong time, you're trying to time the market. This takes all that out of the equation.
Yep.
It's just put your money in, stake it for what you're comfortable with, 60, 120 days, 300 days. You don't have to get crazy and make yourself sick by watching a stock price go up and down and, oh my God, I'm losing my butt. You know that if you stake right now for 300 days, you're going to get 0.35%. And that basically doubles your money in a year from now. And then if you want to really get involved, you give us the opportunity to bring other people in and make and earn money off of their deposits.
Yep, that's right. And their earnings.
And their earnings.
Yeah. So, it's awesome. I mean, we could have gone really extreme in regards to all your rewards and things like that, but I don't think we need to. It's more about just having it sustainable and consistent. We didn't want to go too crazy with it.
Exactly.
But when you consider even just the rewards, from from APRs alone is already massive when you're talking about stable coins.
Yeah.
So I mean that on its own is awesome. But then you have the referral and affiliate program in place. I mean, it's a win-win, and it doesn't end there, because the roadmap will be coming out very soon, and you'll see all the other things that we're putting into place. And it's not going to change the core business model. It's just going to be additions to.
Exactly.
So there'll be other things. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail of all those other things. You'll have to wait for the roadmap. But there's going to be other things where you have an opportunity to provide liquidity for different kinds of products as well.
Yeah.
So those will be based on a different APR. So it's not, so you can go in there, you can provide liquidity for the OTC, but you can also provide liquidity for another product, another thing that we're doing. And et cetera, et cetera. So, you're going to have all these other options, and it's going to be, this thing is going to be huge. It's bigger than what we have in our minds.
Yeah.
We literally see that it's going to get bigger than that. And
my example earlier with the guys staking their hex, they can't withdraw that hex. They're seeing it go up and build.
Yep.
But they get a massive penalty if they go withdraw that. They're earned rewards.
Yes.
Whereas in this case, you get above $50, you can withdraw that.
Absolutely.
Or you can restake it if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nice.
And you don't have to do any other action for that. It just automatically goes into your wallet.
Yeah.
At the end of your term, it automatically goes back into your wallet.
Yeah.
Right. So in effect, that what you put in regards to your liquidity provision, it's actually still yours. It's not like you've given it to us.
Yeah.
We manage it, we have custody over it, and we manage it, but it's actually still yours. So at the end of that term, it gets given back to you.
Yep.
You don't see that very often.
That's
in other protocols, no, when it's locked in, and you live just off your rewards. You don't get your principal back in most cases.
Yeah.
So whereas with this, you get it both. It's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Without the volatility.
What we've done. So definitely secure. Yep.
When I was first discussing this with Big T here, I was attempting to explain the OTC and the stability of it, and he was like, that's all great, and no matter how great of a guy Danny and Crypto Lucky are, there's always possibilities of things happen in all business. Like, say something happens on the OTC where you got somebody that does something dishonest, steal or embezzle or whatever. But I tried. I don't know. I said, well, if I'm not mistaken, they're bonded, so that would seems like that would cover that.
Yeah, definitely. Again, there's lots of well, because we're regulated, okay, and there's compliance, so we have to be compliant on everything,
right.
And we're not going to
mention that, because I didn't know that you would be regulated in the Philippines.
Yeah. I mean, we're actually lucky in the Philippines because, the government is actually very forward thinking in regards to cryptocurrency, and blockchain technology. So, we're very fortunate in that. And the thing is that, we get these things working the way they are now here, and then it's so easy to replicate and use that as a blueprint for other countries. Okay. Yeah. So, this is how it works here. And so we're setting up in other countries, and it's basically just replicating what we're doing. So, and again, just having the, that history is going to be fantastic,
Yeah.
So, I mean, you look at it now, even though we've been going for 5 weeks, 5 weeks now, I think, maybe 4 or 5 weeks. And, people are getting paid out. People can withdraw. The rewards are coming through every day, as we've said. Yeah. Everything is happening like what we've said. So, we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere.
And there's none of that pressure of watching a stock chart.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. People aren't getting into this going. I mean, the first question from, I think his name was Pratil, if I said that right. But Pernil was, could it get rugged? Well, I guarantee you that if he's still on, I bet you're used to watching stock charts when you get into these things.
Yep.
And when is it going to hit that plateau before it starts tanking and then I got to get out? Well, you're not going to see a stock chart on this.
No.
You're not going to have that anxiety. Whereas I got into DeFi when it first came out in, early 2022, thinking I was ahead of the curve and I was going to make all this money, and every one of them lock up your money. You can't touch it. And then you're watching a stock go up dramatically, and then all of a sudden it starts falling back, and you start getting that, well, it might fall back 20%, but then it'll come back 5%. And oh, it dropped another 10. Oh, but it'll come back, and then it just keeps, like we saw with drip, it just kept going until it's gone,
Yeah, sad to see how that sunsetted, but again, I'm still a believer that there's still a future for that there. But I'm not going to play that speculative game. It's, we'll see what happens when it gets there, but there's still promise in that. So
and that's another thing with this is you don't have to have that anxiety momentum like these other DeFi projects, because again, with those, you're all worried about that stock price going up and how early are you getting in. This could be around 2 years from now. Just good old, ho hum, stable swap, just plugging along. And somebody sees it for the first time in 2025 and it's still doing what it always did. By that time, you'll have on ramps, off ramps, all kinds of other products to go along with it. But that's going to be the excitement part, is just watching it build.
Yep, absolutely. The possibilities are endless. We started talking about things like, for example, a lot of people overseas, like where you guys are, etc. A lot of them are using outsourcing a lot of the development stuff to places like here in the Philippines and also in India, etc. And a lot of times they're paying those people, or those outsourced people, they're paying them through Western Union and etc. And that all adds up. Those kind of fees add up. Now get them into Stable Swap and just do your payrolls through Stable Swap. How beautiful is that? They get straight from Stable Swap into their local currency. It's huge, absolutely huge. Remittance, again, we've talked about remittance so many times. Remittance is like a $32 billion industry.
And this is just a fee sharing of the remittance, right?
That's right. So, every single transaction that's happening on the OTC, whether that be just through buys and sells, which is obviously the spread that you get between your buys and your sells, your your on-ramp and off-ramp fees, your remittance fees, local and international remittance fees, all of that, the percentage of, there's fees for everything, and those fees are what pay out the rewards. Okay? And this liquidity that all of you are providing to StableSwap, that is used to fill all the orders in a very high demand industry. So it's a win-win. It's
now, correct me if I'm wrong, though. It's not where it's filling voided money. It's just basically where I gave you $1,000 in Bitcoin and you swapped it for, let's say, Avalanche, and there was a fee involved.
Yes.
So it's still 1-to-1. It's not like we had to give.
But
we're not borrowing our money away. It's basically just, hey, you want to. It's like if you went to a different country and you needed to trade your currency for that currency, so you could move around within that country. So the U.S. dollar to the yen. So when you went into that OTC and you did that trade for your money, they charged you $50. And then when you went to exit the country, they charge you $50 to get back to your U.S. currency. And you went on your day, and they made $100 for doing nothing, just trading money.
That's right. So basically going from here to there and back and forth. I mean, this can happen like numerous times in a day,
Because that's what people need to understand with this. Because there's been major banks and corporations and exchanges.
Yes.
Where you're giving them your money and they're holding your money and then they go down.
Yeah.
And that's not really what this is. This is, hey, you're supplying money for us to trade a 1-to-1, and we get a fee for that, and we're going to share that by you giving us that liquidity to do it. Yeah.
That's right. So again, it's a beautiful system, robust system. It's not like we're new in the industry, but been around for a long time. It's just a matter of now we've gone, okay, well, let's give the people the opportunity to be part of this.
Yeah.
So it's liquidity by the people for the people. So pretty amazing stuff. And I'm going to do one of these because I haven't done one yet. And I know it's like, well, it's 8:41 in the morning here. So it's okay now. Alak-Azul.
I got my Dr. Pepper.
There you go. Dr. Pepper. Love it. Love it. See, I was in the office yesterday. Spent a few hours in the office yesterday with the team. Patrick, who heads up our Philippines organization, he in regards to growing the users for the OTC. Had a chat with him yesterday. Also our technical writer and one of our graphics guys. So basically, we're in there yesterday putting together like the slides and presentation, so we can start training people over here to go out and start talking to people face to face. You know, growing a whole community locally, teaching them about the benefits of the OTC, real world use cases for the crypto, what Bitcoin or what blockchain is, what cryptocurrency is, different types, etc. So they're very, you know, they become educated on all of that. Things like your wallets, what's, you know, what the different types of wallets are, and yeah.
Oh,
so
by the way,
yes.
I got to give a plug for my channel.
Yes, absolutely. It's listed in the description, but I'm actually going to get, I've got it here. Just a second.
Are you able to pull it up?
Yeah. Yep. I over here. Where am I? T. Let me just. Okay. The Pulse of Crypto TV. I'm going to actually put this in the link. I'll put this here on the banner. Create a new banner.
Now, when you watch this video, you'll hear me talking about Income Creation Club, because that's another YouTube site that I've got. But I went ahead and pulled it over because it made sense to have it on this channel. But I got a tutorial on what MetaMask wallet is and how to open one up. Yep. Very 1, 2, 3 basic knowledge stuff. So any beginners out there could go to my channel and watch that, and they'd have themselves set up with a MetaMask wallet, you know, in about 5 minutes. This
is just a brand new channel that you got here, right?
Yeah, actually, I've had the channel. I did all the marketing for it. The banner, and had it all ready to go about 4 or 5 months ago. Going to start pumping out videos, and I was going to be talking a lot about drip, but I just kept seeing drip going down. Yeah. And so I didn't really want to, you know, pump up videos for drip when it was going the wrong way and send people the wrong way. But there's a nice video right there. The MetaMask wallet. Is it easy to install? You know, how do you use it? Is it safe? And I conquer all those questions and walk everybody through exactly how to set up a MetaMask wallet, which there's all kinds of wallets out there, but this has become the most universal one that's out there right now.
Absolutely. Definitely go there. Go over, guys. Go over to this channel here. Go and subscribe. Click the video. Expect that there's lots of videos that are going to be coming soon. And actually, I didn't tell you. Now I'm back using StreamYard again, because I've been using Streamlabs and Talk Studio for the past month and a half, just testing it out. But I've decided to come back onto StreamYard now. So the next time you come on here, bro, you can actually simulcast our streams onto your channel.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So you can do that for the next time that you come in. But yeah, guys, please check out Big T's channel right here. The The link to the channel is also in the description, and it's running along the bottom of the screen there now. So please go and subscribe. And also
comment on that video. I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are.
Yes. So guys, check out this one here. I'll put that up there for now.
It's only about 8.5 minutes long.
There you go. So yeah, guys, check that one out and support Big T. Oh, look, you got another 3 subscribers in the space of like the last 2 minutes.
Awesome. Oh, and if you go down into the description,
yep.
This is what I'm always getting on Chip about. Right there.
Yeah.
Is start earning daily passive income today. Earn up to 0.35%.
Oh, yes.
With
exactly.
Stable Swap. And there's the link to sign up right there.
There you go. Yes. Chip, you got to do that, man, because you talk about it, but your descriptions haven't been like, you haven't been including your referrals and stuff in the description. So do it. Please do it. So
I will.
There you go. So guys, please, go and check that out. Go and check out Mr. Big T and support the channel.
Hey, just for future reference, I don't think you guys should critique me in front of all the people.
It's all good, bro. I mean, you know, I'm out here every day, and the chats are out there, and they can say whatever they want to say, and let's see what happens, you know. But hey, I love the message that you sent me as well, brother, the other day. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Just you know, what is it? When you get along the lines of when you get people fudding what you do, you know, there's something that I learned a long time ago. A person's worst fear usually comes from their own guilt.
Oh, talk about the message I sent?
Yep, the message you sent, bro. And that kind of fits in with what I just said there as well, you know?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, you know what about that too?
From their own guilt. Yep.
Is the way I see fudders is when you start getting FUD, you're making an impact.
Absolutely.
Because now you're reaching both sides.
Yep.
You know, sure, it's easy when you have a new channel and everybody's happy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love your channel. And, you know, oh, it's so good to be. But when you start getting up to, you know, 300 subscribers, 500 subscribers, and now all of a sudden you start getting some people lashing out. Yeah. You've got some impact. You know, you've actually got a message out there. And it's actually a good sign. Yeah. You know, if you ask me.
Absolutely. Definitely. You know, you've got to be making the impact for people to want to spend their time talking crap about you. Right.
Exactly.
That's the way it is. Right? But, you know, luckily, again, for me, I've been very fortunate. I've had like absolutely minimal FUD and negative crap that's come onto me. And, you know, and I'm grateful for that. And it could also be because I'm just straight out. I'm straight up. I got nothing to hide.
Exactly.
You know, I got nothing to hide. I'm out here every day. You can see where I am. You can go and check my office. You can look me up. You know,
because like in my business, you know, I'm an insurance agent, but I've been in the business a while. And we have to go to continuing education. Yeah. I went to a class with a room full of people I did not know. Yeah. Somebody goes, "Hey, aren't you the one that used to work over in so-and-so?" And everybody was looking at me. And I said, once again, my reputation has preceded me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, again, as long as we continually do the right thing, you know, don't ever try to scam anybody. Just be straight up, be honest. You know, again, at the end of the day, I do have some people that are trying to create some negative shit out there. But look, at the end of the day, guys, you're with us or you're not. It doesn't matter to me. Exactly. It really doesn't matter to me.
Yep.
You know, if you don't want to join us, don't. It's no skin off my nose. Really.
That's what I've always never understood about the fudders. It's like, what do they think they're doing?
Yeah.
You know, you just wasted 5 minutes of your life trying to get me caught up in something, you know?
Yeah. We had one on the Telegram the other day, you know, like, and I didn't delete the message. I left it there. I left the comment there and saying about how unprofessional we were and blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's your opinion. That's entirely up to you, you know, if that's what you think. And some of the things that he did mention, we're aware of that anyway, and we're addressing it. I mean, you know, nothing comes out perfect. You've got to, you know, even your mobile phones, okay, mobile phones, or even the operating systems like your Windows, etc. There's always updates. Why is there updates? Because it's not perfect when it comes out.
Exactly.
You know, you got to be able to make these adjustments and things like that, and we're working towards that. You know, I've had example like Scott the investor message me and goes, "Oh, bro, can we have this or can we have that on the dashboard or on the system?" Guess what? We've done it.
Yeah.
We do it. Right? It's something that we may have overlooked. If there's something that needs to be done and something needs to be changed or added, hey, let's look at it.
What about two-factor authentication? Do you guys have that?
It's already there. 2FA is already in there.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
It's already in there. It's been in there from day one. So you can do the 2FA. Yep.
Okay, cool.
So that's in there. You know, there's things that people have seen and go, okay, yeah, maybe this could be described a little bit differently. Okay, so we've done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you're getting gate kept, because all the high profile devs that drag stuff out, we're working on it. We got to do this and that and this and that. Now people are like looking at what you've done and they're like, hey, I mean, you know, it's like, bam, you make it happen and it's up and running, and and people are going to see that it's not as complicated as other devs.
Well, I you know what, bro, I'm not gonna go down that road with that, because it's not as simple as what people may think it is. You know, it's like, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you add this? Can you add that? It's not as simple as that. It's just that we've been working on this for such a long time that we know how to plug things in. Okay, it's not that we're just trying to build this on the fly. Okay, so we've got the history, and we've, you know, so we had the ability to do that, and we, you know, we've got a big team. This is not just, you know, 2 or 3 people working in the background.
Like 40 people, right?
If you add in everybody, pretty close to it. Yeah,
that's a lot.
So, you know, so there's a big team that goes into it, and you got to consider, you know, the expense of that as well.
Oh yeah.
You know,
you guys aren't anywhere close to break even yet.
No, that's right. It's cost us a lot. Okay, you know, there's always going to be one. I mean, look at this right now. I'm going to put this up here. All right, firstly, FUD. Then look at this. Bitcoin is a scam. Crypto is a crime. Okay.
Yeah, tell all the millionaires that have made millions. I got a buddy of mine. I told him about Bitcoin. I helped him sell a house 5-6 years ago. He was about to go into foreclosure. His house needed about $35,000 in work. I helped him rehab it. He had like $250,000 in equity, but he was going to lose the home because he was behind on credit cards. His credit was shit. And he was falling behind on house payments. I helped him rehab his house, get it under contract, and get it sold. And he was able to tap out on the $250,000 in equity. And when we were done, he said, you know, this is kind of cool. I think I might want to take this money and go rehab some houses myself. What do you think? I said, no. First of all, you've been at your job all day long. I was coming to your house at 8 a.m. and leaving at 6 p.m. You were getting home from work at 3, going and buying supplies and just helping me finish up. There was a lot you didn't see, kind of like what you're talking about, what people don't see behind Stable Swap. Yeah. And he goes, well, what do you think I ought to do with it? I said, well, first of all, don't go blow it. You know, and I said, I would take some of it and I would invest in some cryptocurrency. And he goes, what? I go, yeah, buy some Bitcoin and just forget about it. Just buy about $30,000 worth of Bitcoin. And that would be the first thing I would do, you know, and then I would pay off all my bills. Actually, I'd pay off all my bills first that you're behind on, and then go buy that crypto and then do whatever you want. So he does that. He pays off all his behind credit cards. He was behind like $50,000 in credit cards, about 4 or 5 different ones. And he then doesn't buy the crypto. He goes and buys a $60,000 Jeep. And I said, have you bought that crypto yet? He goes, no, I'm going to do that next. And checked with him a month later. He still hadn't. I kind of wrote him off like he wasn't going to do it. Yeah. Well, fast forward about 4 months ago, he calls me up and he says, hey, my wife's dad died and we need to sell the house. It's got to go through probate, but we want to go to dinner. So we go to dinner. He takes me and my wife to dinner and some other friends of ours. And he pulls me outside and he goes, hey, I got to tell you a story. I go, what's that? And he goes, and I'm thinking he's going to tell me something about, her dad or something. And he goes, remember that tip you gave me to buy some Bitcoin? Well, I went and bought the Bitcoin and I forgot about it, like you said. And a year ago, a guy comes into our work and he's got, two of these up, and he's walking in and he's like, screw this place. I'm quitting. I'm out of here. And everybody's like, the dude's going to start firing. Everybody's like ready to jump under desks and everything. And they thought it was going to be a mass shooting. And people are like, what are you doing? He's like cleaning out his desk. And he goes, Bitcoin just went to $65,000 and I'm a millionaire.
There you go.
My buddy that I told to buy Bitcoin goes over and pulls him aside and he goes, tell me about this Bitcoin. A buddy of mine told me to buy some and I bought some. What do you mean you're a millionaire? He goes, dude, I bought it at like $5,000 and it went to $65,000 and I bought like, 1,000 of them. And, he goes, no kidding. He goes back home, looks up, $1.2 million. He's a millionaire.
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful?
And I'm like, damn it. Why didn't I do that?
That's it. I was first introduced to Bitcoin when it was $17. Right. And I didn't jump on at that time. I just got married, just bought this house, and I just didn't have that surplus cash. Right. But the guy that introduced me to it bought 2,500 Bitcoin at $17.
Yeah.
Each. Yeah. So you can imagine what that's worth today.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Actually, I did do it. But here's my story is I bought Bitcoin when it was about $650.
Yeah.
And I made $20,000.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, my story was in 2009, my middle school son came to me after the crash of 2008 and said, Dad, I know you're always looking into investments. I know you got some rental properties. You ought to look at investing in this thing called Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Now this is 2009. Nobody's even talking about crypto.
Yeah.
And I go, and he was the first in his school district to get Microsoft certified as a middle school child.
Yep. Wow.
So real smart kid. He goes, it's this thing called Bitcoin. And what we'd have to do is we'd have to have a designated computer set aside. We don't even need a monitor, but we got to buy these extra fans because this thing just like is solving equations and it's real complicated. And this thing just like is burning energy and it might increase our utility bill by about $10 a day. And I'm like, $10 a day, that's $300 a month.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, it's kind of expensive, but it's supposed to get real expensive one day. Yeah. And I go, okay, so how much do you think we need to spend on the computer? He goes, oh, I would say probably about $3,000 to $5,000 on a computer.
Yeah.
With the fans and everything. And we got to hook it up and designate it and we'll sit it in the corner. And I'm like, so we just had the crash of 2008. I'm a realtor.
Yeah.
We're not selling anything. I'm struggling. He wants me to spend $3,000 to $5,000 for a computer that sits in the corner that I can't even use. And I said, how much are these Bitcoin worth? He goes, around 20 to 25 cents.
Yeah.
And I go, well, we must be able to, how do we get these things off the computer? He goes, well, it's called mining, Dad. And the computer solves the equation, and then it mines it, and it spits out a coin. I said, out of the computer? He goes, no, it puts it on the hard drive. And I go, oh, okay. Because I was going to say, that sounded crazy if it's spitting out money. I'll do anything like that. And he goes, no, it'll put it on the hard drive. And I said, well, how do we sell it? He goes, well, it's kind of shady right now. There's some markets out there, but you could sell it. I go, well, how many of these are we going to be mining a month? He goes, well, no, it'd be more like 4 a year.
Yeah.
I go, wait, we're going to spend about $5,000 on a computer. It's a shady trading system out there. If we go to sell them, they're worth 20 to 25 cents. And we're only going to make 5 of these a year. That's $1, son.
Yeah.
How are we ever going to make money? He goes, they say it's going to go up in price one day.
Yeah.
So when, I saw it go to $5, crash back to a nickel. I saw it go to, 25 and crash back to $1. And everybody kept saying that it was, a hoax and it was a scam and it was going to crash. And it kept crashing, but it kept coming back. And so I finally buy in at $650, and then I make $20,000. He turns 16, and I go, son, I'm going to buy your first car with Bitcoin.
Oh, beautiful.
So I sold that 20,000 worth of Bitcoin, and we went to a car auction and we bought him a car.
Yeah.
About 3 years later, my youngest son comes to me one day. I'm sitting on the computer, and he comes and taps me on the shoulder. He goes, so Dad, you still got some of that Bitcoin? And I go, yeah, I bought some more. He goes, you doing well on it? I go, yeah, I made another 20 grand on it. He goes, I'm turning 16. We going to go to an auction? I go, yeah, all right, we'll go to so I bought him a car. And they still are driving both those cars today. Yeah. My oldest son, who told me about Bitcoin in 2009, is still driving that Ford. I think it's a Ford Focus. And he's 22 years old. Just got hired on with in the tech department for Citibank, making all kinds of money. He'll be selling that car pretty soon. I should get him to give me the proceeds. And then my youngest is driving around in his Hyundai Elantra, that I got him when he was 16 and he's 20,
Yeah.
So, but after I bought his car, I never replenished the Bitcoin.
Oh, okay.
Because it went from 650 to 1800 to 5,000. And I go, 5,000. It was nice when I could buy it for, 450 to 650 bucks, but now at 5,000, I'm only going to be able to buy one. I should have still bought it because it went to $65,000.
Look, there's opportunities out there all the time, again, like we're still working on stuff. We have Stable Swap, but we've got other things that we're working on as well. Obviously, just wait for when Alak-Azul launches. That's going to blow people's minds. Okay.
That's the drink.
Yeah, that's the drink and the token. So we're building out like a crypto ecosystem based around that, where the token value is also supported by the physical drink product outside.
Awesome. I'm your distributor. Right.
There you go. There's going to be lots of opportunities for that.
Wait, I hear there's another FL Realtor.
Yeah, FL Realtor. Yeah, Shannon.
Because I'm an FL Realtor.
There you go. Yeah.
I think that you and Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
You guys should have a Alak-Azul drinking contest to determine who's going to be the Florida or the Southeast rep for Alak-Azul.
Well, he's going to win that because I'm a lightweight.
Oh man. But no, the opportunities are going to be amazing. You know, there's things that come up every now and then that are just like, you know, super crazy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Yearn Finance. When that came out, Yearn Finance was ridiculous. Actually, I'm gonna find it over here, and I'll just tell you guys about this one. Yearn Finance. Okay, it's dropped now, but Yearn Finance, its all-time low was July 18, 2020. Okay. And that all-time low was $31.65. Okay. In May 12, 2021, so not even a year later, all-time high was $90,786.
Wow.
Less than a year.
What was that again?
Yearn Finance. Yearn, as in
low
Y-E-A-R-N.
$31 and high was what?
The lowest was $31.65 and the highest was $90,786.
$90,000 to $31.
Yep.
Not $90.
90, almost 100,000. $90,786 in May 12, 2021, and the all-time low was $31.65 in July 18, 2020. So from July to May, it went up from $31 to $90,000.
That's nuts.
Yep. It's dropped back down, but it's currently still sitting at $8,500.
And it went all the way to 31 and came back to 8,000.
Yep. No, well, it started down at 31 around that lower part there.
Oh, it started at 31 and went all the way to 90.
Went all the way to 90, and then it's down now, but it's still down at $8,500. Right. Massive. Absolutely massive. So you do, you know, I watch Ivan on Tech. Ivan on Tech. I watch his streams a lot. Okay. And his videos a lot. Super smart guy, very well known. Obviously, he's got like millions of followers there. But you know, he mentioned Yearn Finance, you know, 3 years ago or something like that, and he said, "Watch out for this one." And I didn't get on it. Yeah. And then I watched that thing go from $31 all the way to 90. I'm like, oh my goodness, I should have gotten in on this one.
Oh yeah.
You know, and even still, I mean, if you bought in that low, even now in the middle of a bear, it's still $8,500.
Yeah.
You know, $8,500. So
and how do you buy into it?
Got it on here. You can do it through Binance. So pairing YFI with USDT, hit BTC, CoinW. There's you can search it. You can search it on CoinGecko and you'll see where it's at. It's still there.
So you can buy it on an exchange somewhere.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You can pair it. The pairing here on Binance is YFI and USDT. So you can pair it there. Current price $8,522. So look into that one if you guys want to. There's a little bit of a tip for you.
8,000's too rich for me, but
yeah, but still, hey, you know, we're in the middle of a bear. Never know where it's going to go.
Yeah, I know exactly.
You know, again, it hit $90,000.
The only problem is, personally, I'm in a bear.
We all are.
There you go. So great story, Big T. Absolutely. Matt, stable coins to the moon.
Yeah. Wish that could happen.
Big shout out to Matt. Big shout out to Matt, because I remember when I first launched the Telegram, and he said, yeah, you know, I think I'm going to get a small position in it. It's no longer a small position, Matt. So thank you for the support. Yeah, it's looking fantastic. Again, we're not going anywhere, guys. And I know people have been saying, oh, you know, what if such and such asks you for an AMA and blah blah blah. Hey, I'm open to it. Again, I've got nothing to hide, right? I'm happy to join you on any of your channels and, you know, discuss it with you and see where we go from there, you know?
Well, I hope I didn't speak out of school, but you know, a lot of these FUD, and I don't think this person was fudding in a bad way. I think it's somebody who has, you know, PTSD from being wrecked in the bear market already, but it was peaceful for you, 4G8. You know, my last video, they just hit me up and said, what are you going to do if they rug before you get your money back and blah, blah, blah. And I said the same thing I said earlier. They said I've been in projects like this and only got screwed over. And I just said, how could you have been in projects like this when this is the first of its kind? And then I said the same thing. Why would they go through all this trouble, spending 4 years, spending millions of dollars, complying, all this stuff, leasing an office just to turn around and rug for a couple $100,000, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
But I ended with, I said, go to the Telegram, a stable swap Telegram, try to hit up Danny, or better yet, I told him we were doing a show today, and I said, come into the chat. You're welcome. So, I mean, it's okay to tell people that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, we got nothing to hide, you know. I'm super open. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts or whatever, anyone in the chats or anyone that watches it, ask away, right? But if you're going to start knocking something or creating FUD, again, that's fine. But make sure you have substance behind what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Amen. Amen.
You know, have substance behind what you're talking about. Don't just go or assume, oh, you know, yeah, it's shit or whatever. Tell me why you think it is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm more than open to that. If you think that we're doing something wrong or it's not right or whatever, by all means, say it. But have evidence or substance behind what you're talking about. Then I'll take you seriously. Yeah.
Well, Nelly's coming back after Christmas, so we'll just direct them to him.
the pit bull out there, you know.
Did he hit you up? Did he chat with you today?
Yeah, he did. He they had some family stuff going on, so you know, actually they had a loss in the family. So he couldn't jump on today. So, you know, brother, shout out to you, Nelly. Condolence to you and the family. So well, but he'll, you know, I said to him, there's plenty of times, man. We're not going anywhere. If you don't come onto this stream, there's going to be more. It's not an issue at all.
Well, you know, he sent me the same message, and I responded to him. I said the same thing you said, but then I ended with, you know, family's always first, of course, but
absolutely.
Let's set a goal and stable swap. Then when we hit it, let's go to Metro Manila and let's sit through Danny's crypto class. You know,
man, come and do it. Come and do it.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
And after that, we'll drink Alak-Azul in the office.
Absolutely.
It would be a business only trip, of course, you know.
Oh, yeah. If I had a dollar every time I heard that.
I got an idea for you for the Alak-Azul drink.
Yeah.
If you're adding a coin to it.
We are, definitely.
Have cups that you hand out with the coin at the bottom. So when you're done drinking it, you're looking at the coin.
Oh, that's
through the
nice.
glass.
Yeah, brother. Look, we've got lots of things, lots of merch and things that are going to be coming out with it. Like I've mentioned a few times, there's one that it's like a stand that you can sit your bottle on, and it's got some shot glasses and rocks glasses there as well. But the stand actually has a light at the base which emits a hologram of the logo in the middle of the bottle.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. So that's part of the merch that's going out. In regards to the token as well, and I've said this openly, and you know, you can hold me to this. The first 2,000 bottles that go out all over the world, there will be 5 bottles within that first 2,000 bottles, which will have a physical token underneath the lid, underneath the cap. And if you're one of those lucky 5 people that win that, that's $10,000 worth of Alak-Azul token.
Okay. I need one of those bottles.
So that's massive, and that should give you an idea of like how big this is going to be. I mean, that's a giveaway.
Wonka stuff there, boy.
Yeah, man.
That's Willy Wonka golden ticket stuff.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
We got Willy Wonka, and then people ask me about the recipe. Well, we've got kind of like the KFC thing going there as well, because I will never reveal the recipe.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So that's the thing. So
no,
we've got
it's a liquor drink.
Yes, it's liquor. It's
now, is it more on the vodka kind of side, or is it a whiskey kind of side?
Spirit. It's a spirit.
Okay, it's a spirit. Okay,
it's a spirit. So it's not a liqueur, it's a spirit. It's 80 proof, so 40% alcohol. There's the main ingredients that go into it are all distilled in separate distilleries. So it's not all done in one place.
Okay.
So there's different ingredients, different components that are done here and there and everywhere, and then it comes back to a central location. So it's pretty unique. It's pretty unique in the way that it's done. So the ecosystem itself is going to be absolutely amazing as well. So there's different levels to the ecosystem. There's an entry level where you don't even have to have any money to get into it initially. It's a pretty amazing thing, but the top level of the ecosystem will actually allow you to become a physical shareholder of the actual physical drink.
Yeah.
But you can't buy yourself into that. You can't just come in and buy it. You've got to work your way up through the ecosystem to be able to achieve that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing. I mean, if you consider like how big it can possibly be, it's like being a shareholder of Johnny Walker or Jim Beam or something like that. So and then the way that it's going to be structured is that obviously Alak-Azul is going to be available for sale in like lots of different places around the world. We're actually setting up Alak-Azul Island as well, so it's resorts, hotels, all Alak-Azul themed. And what it does is that there's going to be an app, and you can actually pay for your Alak-Azul drinks as well as other things using the Alak-Azul token within these different establishments. And these establishments now become part of the crypto space as well, because now they're receiving crypto, which they have the option of actually, like staking that or reinvesting that or cashing it out. So it actually now brings establishments into the crypto space.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
So you could stake your way onto the island, basically. Pretty much. There's going to be opportunity like for 360 days that earns you a 1-week trip to Alak-Azul Island.
Could very well be. There could be things like that that's come into play. Yeah.
Chip's already dreaming. I can see him.
So fortunately we've got some really good consortium partners that do have islands and things like that. And so we're looking at theming certain islands and certain resorts, etc., hotel chains, bars, restaurants, things like that. And it's going to be some pretty amazing stuff, and like building out a whole ecosystem. So we start with the drink, but then we can also look at food products and things like that, different industries, and using those industries to feed the whole ecosystem. Food and drink and entertainment and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be pretty crazy. And at this point in time, with my vision on how things are going, this will also be associated with Stable Swap.
Yeah.
So it's going to be linked in.
All joking aside, Big T should hook up with FL Realtor. Man, those guys.
Yeah.
Imagine them together, man. Y'all could blow the doors off the Stable Swap in Florida or anywhere,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So the possibilities are endless. It's just super exciting what can be done. And when you guys start to once you see the roadmap and see where we're going with things, it's going to excite you even more. Like the other things. I mean, the OTC is not where it stops.
Yeah.
Okay. There's so many other things that are coming with this. You got like whole education side of Stable Swap, and there's just so much that can be added to it. Again, I'm not going to give away all the details. Obviously, we want to, we want to put this out with the roadmap, and you guys can see where we're going to go with it. And all over the world, man, all over the world. This is not at the moment. Yes, obviously a focus on the main core external businesses here in the Philippines, because it's manageable for us because we're here. Okay. But once we do it here, then it's just replicating it and putting it into other parts of the world. We're looking at Dubai, Arab Emirates, Turkey, Vietnam, India. India is going to be massive. So many people in India. All right. So many people in India.
India's got a large population.
Absolutely. And they're all looking for solutions for cryptocurrency.
If they see something that's financially smart, they'll see it and they'll jump on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Huss, the roadmap, expect it within the next 7 to 14 days, if not sooner. Okay, just finalizing that with my partners at the moment. Things were a little bit delayed because, like last week, I was like very sick, and I was supposed to have face-to-face meeting with my partners last week. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't time it in. And obviously, we've got lots of things going on. So it's not just Stable Swap. It's not just Alak-Azul. It's not just we're still doing stuff at Drip Pot Luck. So it's a matter of us sitting down together and working out the proper roadmaps. But yeah, Huss, you're looking between the next 7 to 14 days, you'll see it, if not sooner. So the roadmap will be out.
I know I asked this before, but Huss Raya, that's who I came in under, right? I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I can't answer that.
I'm not
100% sure.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. No, I actually think you're in before Huss.
Man, who did I come in under? I was looking for a link, and I went into the Telegram, and I got to go back and look.
I'm not sure. You may have. I'm really not sure.
Is there a Klaus? KLA?
Yeah, Klaus. Yeah. He's he's over in Europe. You may be under him.
Yeah, that might be.
You may be. Yeah, you may be under him. So there's quite a few like well-known people in there. Actually, I was watching the one from what's his name? The one that did a video today or yesterday.
Yeah, that guy. I got.
Yeah, what was that? Experience Crypto 24/7. So he mentioned it. He mentioned it on his video. There's this person and that person. I mean, obviously you got Brandon's and you got Cryptopian, you got Scott the Investor, you've got Crypto Phil. You've got these guys that are in Stable Swap.
Right.
So and these guys are really careful with what they do. They don't just jump in on stuff. So good positive people in the space. So for them to be on board. We've got Big Beauty. Actually, I haven't heard from Big Beauty in a while, but I know she's in as well. Drip Millions. I'll be doing a video with Drip Millions next week. It's difficult. I mean, it's hard to keep up with everything. I mean, even with yours, Chip, there's times that I see your videos, but I'm just so busy I can't even comment. I mean, I like it, but I haven't been able to comment yet.
Yeah, I've got to learn how to make them shorter. I really do.
At the end of the day, long or short, if people want to watch, they watch.
Exactly.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, yes. I mean, look at our streams. Not everyone sits here for our whole stream, but I'm looking at how many viewers we have, and it's been pretty consistent for the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not like
I can't believe we've been here an hour and 24 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yep, that's right. And but the thing is, look, we haven't even fully talked about Stable Swap right now.
Yeah, exactly.
People are watching, right? Because again, this is what I love about my Alak-Azul show. We can talk about anything.
Yep.
We can go off into tangents. I mean, yes, most of it is crypto based, but again, I'm going to be launching like the Man Cave show and the music show and all of that kind of stuff as well. And that's going to be awesome. But what it really does, I think, is it just lets people know that we're real everyday people.
Exactly.
Like little Crypto NZ came on the other day, right,
yes,
Chip?
Yes.
And it was great to have her on here. And she was thinking, I thought that this show is really just for the people that are up there and have been around, like the famous people of crypto. And no,
She knows like 10 times as much as I do. I mean, it's like I was listening to her talk, and I was like, dang,
you know. So and that's the thing. Like, even with me, yes, I'm a dev, but I'm just a normal person.
Yeah,
I'm not anything special. I'm just someone that actually comes up with ideas and then I act on it.
You know, it's actually refreshing because for the last 10 years, I've never seen a dev's face, you know, except Richard Hart. Richard Hart showed his face, and that was refreshing. But all these DeFi guys, I mean, even with Forex Shark, he shows himself as a little, you know, dude or whatever. But, you know, nice that you can get on a live stream and just talk, you know.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And I'm approachable, man. You come into the Telegram group. If I have time, I will answer you. I will communicate with you. I'll interact with you, you know. Sometimes that can be like, well, it is time consuming. And there's times that I'm just getting DMs from people, you know, a lot of DMs from people. And it's like, as much as I want to be able to reply to you, you got to realize that there's hundreds and thousands of people out there that are trying to reach out to me at the same time. So I can't always reply. You know, if you have these questions, get onto the main Telegram group and ask there, because there's people there that can answer your questions for you as well. And then, you know, feel free, message me, but I can't guarantee I'm going to reply to you straight away. So please don't get offended if I don't reply straight away. You know, there's only one of me. So, you know, and that's it. I mean, as much as possible, I try to be there for people as much as possible, you know, but there's so many hours in the day. And if I'm spending my time just replying to people all day, then I'm not getting my other stuff done, you know. And then people be saying, oh, why is it taking so long to do this? Well, you know, I can't be doing everything at the same time. So luckily, again, we've got a good team together, and you know, I'm able to delegate certain roles to people to be able to, you know, to answer this and answer that. It's like Patrick, who I'll introduce to you guys to on the streams very soon. You know, he's our guy that he's running the Philippines office. Okay, he's focused on growth here in the Philippines with he's basically bringing crypto back to the streets in the Philippines. And so I've been helping him, getting him up to speed on everything. And then now, once he's 100% up to speed, then I can take a step back.
Yeah.
And he does his thing. You know, I mean, they still run it through me. Obviously, you know, I still head up everything that has to do with marketing. Anything that happens in marketing's got to go through me, because it also has to go through compliance. You know, we've got strict rules that we have to abide by. So it's not just a matter of, okay, yeah, let's do this, let's do that. You can't. You've got to go through, and I've got to run it through my compliance guys. We have a team of compliance people. They're going to say, oh, you can't use this word, you can't use that word, you can use this one, you can't use that one. You've got to, you know, you can't go this direction, you have to go that direction. So super blessed to have that kind of a team in place. So the thing is that when we're starting to deal with team leaders, everyone has to be on the same page. And that's one of my roles, is to make sure that everyone is on par, like we're all saying the same thing. Because, you know, it's like Chinese whispers. You've heard Chinese whispers. You whisper something into someone's ear here. By the time it gets to the other side, it's like, you know, totally messed up. So one of my roles is to make sure that everyone is on the same page. So everyone's saying the same thing. You know, I mean, we've done that. I've done that with you as well, Chip. Yeah. Whereas, you know, I know that you've said this and you've said that, and I've had to come back to you and say, hey, love what you're doing, but you've got to be 100% on this. You've got to know that this is the reality, because, you know, if we start talking about it, people don't know me, or they don't know to come to the Telegram, and then they're getting this information and they're relaying that information to somebody else and it's incorrect. Well, it comes back to us in the end, right?
And which Telegram do you want us to send them to?
The main Telegram group. The main stable swap Telegram group.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it says general, right? The general.
Yeah, I'll put that here in the banners. I already have this over on Talk Studio, but because I've just come back to using StreamYard, I don't have all the stuff here, but I'll put it along here. There's the main Telegram there, which is stable_squat. So get over onto there if you're not already over there. And yeah, ask questions in there. There's, we've got some great moderators in there. There you go. Huss is saying to you, you didn't come under me, bro.
Okay, I couldn't remember who. Somebody gave me a link. I just didn't remember.
Yeah, it could have been class. Yeah. Could have been. I mean, that guy, like, huge network of people already. Huge network. FL Realtor, huge network of people underneath him.
Didn't surprise me at all.
And hey, thanks for the subs out there, folks. All of you that subscribe tonight to my channel. I know I just got the one video on there, but yeah, I'll be filling that baby up. So more to come.
Yeah, Big T's not a hack like I am. He actually he spent some of his hard-earned money and did some YouTube courses, and he's really a lot more professional, as you guys will see.
Hey, but I love your channel, Chip. It's very authentic. It's you, man.
Absolutely,
and that's what
man.
people love about it. Hell, you got over 300 subscribers. You almost got 500 subscribers, don't you?
Yeah, got to get some more dancers.
Hey, have you had any copyright? Have you had any copyright like notifications with that stuff that you're sharing on there?
Well, no, because I got on him day one.
He told me to make sure that in the description I say thanks to whoever, thanks to this person. So
okay,
that's what I've been doing. But
you have to acknowledge the copyrights of people's music and art and all that stuff. I remember he sent me his first video, and I was like, "That's awesome, dude, but you're gonna get taken down tomorrow." He was like, "Why?"
Yeah.
I go, "Dude, that's somebody's song and art." He's like, "Oh, damn." I said, "But all you gotta do is mention it." That was years ago.
At least YouTube is a little bit more lenient now. I mean, if you try doing stuff on Facebook,
oh no, they're not.
God, Facebook is nuts.
Oh man,
oh yeah, I know.
For my insurance business, I set up a Facebook account, and I took a picture of a house that I insured with the lady standing out in front. They freaking took me down, man.
Who did?
That's crazy.
Facebook.
Oh yeah,
because I had somebody standing out in front. Like, I guess they assumed I didn't have the lady's permission or something. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. I mean, like any like music and stuff that I've used, like on my streams or whatever, I'm subscribed to a few like royalty-free music providers, right? Mm-hmm. So and you can select their YouTube, Facebook, etc., so you get certain licenses, and I pay for these licenses as well.
Exactly.
And I've put it up onto Facebook. It's fine on YouTube, but then I go to Facebook and it's like, oh no, this is copyright strike, blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? I've paid for this stuff. And even things like, I do my singing from time to time, etc. I load it here onto Facebook, onto YouTube. It's no problem at all. I upload it over onto Facebook, and it's like, oh, you can't use this, or we've muted certain parts of it. It's like, man, I've paid for those backing tracks, or I've done guitar for those things. I've done it myself, and I never do it exactly the same. I always like change it up, and it's like, oh, copyright strike out, whatever. I'm just going to stick with YouTube now. So
what about X or TikTok? Is it
X is fine. Okay. I've never had any copyright thing on X, not even once. TikTok, I've got a few videos up on TikTok, and I've never had any issue with that. And when you do TikTok, it does like a copyright check before you actually upload it.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I rarely use it, but anyway, it's there. It's like, I gotta be part of the thing, man. Other people are doing it, I may as well be doing it as well. So, and I'm also looking at another thing called Rumble. I've already created an account, but I haven't really uploaded stuff. Rumble is like another option for YouTube.
Yeah. It's the conservative option.
Yeah. So there you go. Gentlemen, we've been going 1 hour and 35 minutes. Is there anything that you guys need me to cover? I mean, anyone in the community, if you got any questions or anything like that, we haven't really covered stable swap, but I mean, we've done it so many times.
Exactly.
What is there really to know about it?
And I gotta say that when Chip called me, he said, "Man, you got to get on stable swap," and we got on, and in about a minute and a half, I was on. I had swapped drip for USDT, loaded it on to stable swap, and I was in.
That's it. Done.
I mean, it was done. It was that easy. I was like, what? This is too easy. Yeah.
That's it. And people are like, oh, now what do I do? Now what do I do? Nothing.
Yeah. I was messing with him. I called him a newbie.
Exactly.
So, again, exciting times. It's it, as LCM said earlier, it's boring, but I love it. And that's it. It is. It's boring, right?
Let's talk about the picture. So
I
went on there. I thought I loaded up a picture of myself.
Yeah.
But it still shows the guy with the beard.
It should be fine now. Depends on when you did that. It should be fine now. We did do the update and allows you to change the profile pic, the avatar now.
So if I put, you can upload your picture and it'll replace. Oh,
yep.
That's cool.
Because let me go to it.
But what I suggest too, though, is when you choose your picture, make sure it's like a square picture. Otherwise, it'll stretch it and try to make it fit. So don't use like a 16:9 ratio. Right. Make sure it's like a 1:1, 2:2, or whatever. So it's like square. So when it gets uploaded, there, it doesn't get strewed or anything like that. So, but yeah, you can change that now. Yeah, definitely do. I think we finalized that. I think it was last week.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You guys,
where? How do you do that?
You go to your settings, up into the settings, and then you'll just see where it's got the profile pic. That'll have a little pen icon beside it.
Mine says I uploaded the photo. It says unverified.
Oh, that's odd. Yeah, but even where it says unverified, it'll have, if you go to the dashboard and then up onto the top right, you'll see the little settings icon there. Yeah. And even if it's unverified, you should still be able to change the image.
Let me go in real quick and see if I can do that.
Yeah, where it says update profile. You don't have to fill in all the details, by the way, for your profile. You don't have to do that. That's only if you're wanting to use the actual OTC. So then, you'll see it there, and you'll see it'll have the circle with the avatar there, and you just click on that. It allows you to upload it, even if it's unverified. That's fine. And then it'll update it.
Upload. Okay, it did it.
There you go.
The first one, my photo must have been too big.
May have been. It may have been.
Because I did it and it didn't take for some reason, but this last one took.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. It's his name, Big T. What are you, like 6'5", 6'6"?
6'4".
6'4".
Wow. Yeah. There you go. Chip, how about you? How tall are you?
I'm like 6'7". I'm 5'10", 5'9", depending on what kind of shoes I'm wearing or boots.
Yeah, I'm anywhere between 5'7" and 5'9", depending on the day and depending on my posture and stuff like that. So, but obviously, as the older you get, you kind of start to lose a little bit because your spine gets so compressed down over the years. Gravity, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I was worried about my receding hairline, and the barber said I should let my eyebrows grow out and just comb them straight back.
Oh, crazy. But hey, again, like that is true. The older you get, you do start to lose a little bit of height.
Oh yeah.
And you can get on the. Have you seen those inversion units where you just like lay into it?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah. Those things actually work.
Really?
Because a part of my life, I was also wholesaling fitness equipment.
Okay.
I was, back in Australia, I was like importing in from Taiwan and then sending it out. Like had health equipment place, and so we'd sell like weights and benches, equipment, inversion units, and stuff like that. And those inversion units actually really work because it really starts to stretch it out again because your spine's been so compressed. And over time you can add another inch onto your height just because it just stretches it back out.
That's
so
cool,
they actually do work. All right, and then you're going to get all these chiropractors jumping on there and saying no, it doesn't. But for me, it worked. It worked. So it does definitely help with your posture. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know if you've noticed as well with the kids of today, dude, they're getting so tall. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
The kids of today, like
tall and fat.
Yeah. Well, that too. Yeah. I mean, my 13-year-old, he's almost as tall as me now, and he's wide. I mean, he's not like overly fat, but he's losing a bit of weight now because he's like, okay, he's starting to become aware of girls, and he's got to get a little bit more fit and stuff like that. But his build, like his bone structure, is just ridiculous. Like he's wide, and he's 13 years old. He's 5'5" now. And he's at that stage where they just grow so quick. I imagine within the next 6 months, he's going to be taller than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know what it
is. The governments are putting in our food.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've mentioned this before in one of my other streams. If you think back to when we were at school, okay, when we were in school, you didn't see any like girls that had breasts.
Exactly.
Now, I mean, dude, my daughter had breasts when she was like 9-10 years old.
Yeah.
Whereas when we were going to school, you didn't see that. You'd have the occasional one, but like unlike today, pretty much they all have it.
Yeah.
It makes you think, what is it that's in the food? What is it that's in the water or whatever that's making this happen to people?
Well, I notice when I go to any foreign country, I don't have to take like Prilosec every day. But the minute we come back to the United States, I got to take it every day. It's like, why is that?
What's that? What is it?
Gets rid of acid reflux.
Oh, okay.
Like when we go to Mexico to visit my in-laws, I never have to take it, ever. As soon as I get back here and we stop and eat a couple times, I'm like, oh man, I got to take a Prilosec or, Yeah, it's weird.
That's pretty scary, eh? That's scary when you think about it.
It's because of what they spread over the fields and what they feed our cattle, and
But it could also be like what you're actually just used to, what your body's conditioned to. It's like I've been over here for 20 years, but I can honestly say that because of my food intake, I'm a lot unhealthier now than what I was when I was in Australia. Just the difference of quality in food. Yeah, I know. Honestly. But I mean, that could also be contributing factors, could be age or things like that, but and it's a cultural thing. Over here, it's a lot of like fried foods, they're always frying it and stuff like that. Whereas, back home, rice, dude, I would eat rice maybe twice a week when I'm back home in Australia. Here it's every single day. And Australia, the general diet is like meat and 3 kinds of vegetables.
Yeah.
Sounds like whereas here, you don't even have vegetables. So, but anyway.
Is it just hard to grow vegetables there?
No, it's not. Okay. I don't think it is. But I think there's a level of quality.
Yeah.
Right. There's a level of quality, and they waste absolutely nothing here. So it's things that they eat here is like, dude, I wouldn't be touching that with a 10-foot pole back home in Australia. But again, that's economy of scale, right? That's economy. And it's like when the normal, like the typical Filipino here, when they eat, they have a plate of rice, and the rice is like this much, and then what they call ulam is anything that you have with rice, and it's like this big. Whereas for me, that ulam, what they call, is anything that you have with rice. Mine's like this big, and my rice is only this big.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. But yeah,
Yeah.
Different. I mean, you know, they're healthy here, probably healthier than I am, but because that they're used to that kind of food. They're used to it. Whereas me, even after 20 years, man, I'm still struggling.
No, I like Filipino food. It's, you know, I
Yeah.
like all of it.
No, it is. It's good. It's definitely good. But I don't know, man. I've been raised in such a multicultural society like Australia, same as the US. So
Yeah.
you have food from all different parts of the world. So the variety is just, you know, I mean, my sister, for example, my sister in Australia, if you're hanging out with her, you're staying with her, you will not eat the same dish for at least a month.
Oh, wow.
There's always something different every day because it's so multicultural. We get like Indian cuisine, we get Thailand cuisine, like Chinese, you know, then you can have your normal burgers, and then you have French cuisine and Greek and Italian and Lebanese, and there's just like it's just so diverse in the food and the culture in Australia that you kind of grow up with that. Whereas here you can say, oh, okay, adobo, which is very famous, like adobo. Dude, you can guarantee that within your street, if let's say you had 20 houses in the street, there's going to be 15 of them eating adobo.
Yeah, I can make adobo.
Sweet.
You know, I think you start off with the vinegar, with the garlic, bay leaf, vinegar.
Yep.
15
black
minutes.
pepper.
You add your black pepper. You add the soy sauce.
Yep.
You know, maybe put some boiled eggs in there, whether it's pork or chicken. You know.
Yeah, some people do that. Yep.
Yeah.
But there's different
And when's
provinces.
the hamburger come in?
Different ways of doing it. Some people put sugar in it. Some people don't. Some people put pineapple. Some don't. Some put coconut milk with it. Some don't.
Right.
You know, but the secret to adobo, and I know this is getting crazy. We're talking about so many different things, right? The secret to adobo is your vinegar. You have to let your vinegar reduce first.
Oh, really?
Without the lid on, because it takes away that real harshness, especially if you're using like local vinegar, which a lot of people would do. It can be really, really sour if you don't let it reduce down. And then once it's done that, then you can add your other ingredients and cover it. Because if you don't do that, like bring it to a boil for like a good 5 or 10 minutes, it can be very sour.
I like the sinigang with the ribs. Sinigang.
See, that's funny, right? My kids love sinigang. Okay. My wife loves sinigang. I don't.
Oh, man. Dude.
I don't. It's just like we call it asim, right? Sour here.
It is. It is sour. Yes.
Yeah. But I'll eat it, but I won't go out of my way to eat it.
Yeah.
You know, we actually had that yesterday. I'm like, nah, I'm just going to go and open a can of tuna or something and have that with rice.
Tom has become quite the chef.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I'll send, well, I'm in charge of Taco Tuesday night.
Oh, sweet.
Wife says you're cooking on Taco Tuesday nights. So, you know, I'll mix it up and I'll send a photo of this elaborate, beautiful spread to Chip. Like, this is how you do it, boy.
So, okay, when you're doing your tacos, do you use a lot of like beans?
No.
Okay, because you know, you go to like Taco Bells and stuff like that, for example, and that's just all beans and stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
Whereas where I grew up, when we were doing tacos there and here, it's more about the ground meat, right? The minced meat and that. So
here's
more
my tip.
Yep.
For tacos, for the meat.
Yep.
Don't just put it in the pan, ground that burger and fry it up in the pan. Put the lid on it, because the lid holds all that moisture in.
Yeah.
And put it on, instead of putting it on 7.5, 8, you know, on the stove heat level on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high. Put it usually about 7, and you're sitting there, you know, pounding it, grinding it, you know, and then all the moisture's coming out of it. And then it all gets really dry. what I do is I put it on about 2, just a little bit hotter than warm, and I put the lid on, and it just holds all that moisture in there. And man, it is so fine and so moist. And then we'll mix it up. We'll do tostadas one Tuesday. The next week we'll do soft tacos. The next week we'll do fried tacos. So I'll deep fry the tacos. I ground up the meat, fry the meat, grab the tortilla, put the meat in it, put a toothpick up on the sides and across the top, drop it in some hot oil, fry it, pull it out, and then you pull the toothpicks out at the dinner plate, open it up, and throw your cheese, your lettuce, your guac, your sour cream, your salsa.
Now you're making me hungry, man.
I mean, you guys like spicy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love spicy.
Well, you know, my wife is from Juarez, Mexico. So, you know, I mean, I when I have my family come, I'm used to it. I mean, all my taste buds have been burnt off of my tongue. So I can eat, you know, all the hot stuff. Yeah. But she wouldn't show me her salsa that she makes. But my mother-in-law's here, and I got her to show me. And so you get your jalapeno peppers, right? Oh, here's the wild man.
The wild man is in the house. Always late, but anyway, welcome, Zach.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Well, Zach will like this because it's really cold where he's at.
Actually, believe it or not, it was 50 degrees here today, which is about 10 to 12 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. That's nice.
That's pretty nice. Yeah,
really
wasn't bad. Minnesota. Minnesota.
Zach, Big T. Big T, that's Zach. Zach's, man, he's a long-time friend of mine, been in the space for a long time. And he's always, he's a crazy guy. He's always doing stuff in the background, man.
Well, you can watch. I'm going to put you in the gutter. Literally.
What are you doing now?
If it works. I'm putting up Christmas lights for my buddy.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you're on a roof right now.
Oh, he's always either on a roof or building a tree house or doing something, man.
That's true. Yeah. Stay busy. So what did I miss so far? Can we start over?
Oh, man, we've been talking about all kinds of stuff.
An hour and 53 in.
Take your jalapeno peppers, the whole peppers.
Yeah.
And just put them on a grill for a little bit. Just to get that grill flavor. And then once you do that, or you could boil them if you don't have a grill set up. Then you take those whole peppers with a little bit of olive oil and some garlic and some onions.
Yeah.
Blend it. It comes out to this green-like salsa.
Nice.
And if you like spicy, I mean, you could put it on your tacos. You could put it on your meat, you know, whatever you're cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, most Mexicans, they'll make like a big jar of it, you know, and it's always in the refrigerator. So they're eating eggs. They put that stuff out, and so you'll learn how to gauge it.
You take the jalapeno. It's just jalapenos.
Yeah, good ones. Like my mother-in-law, when I go to her house in Juarez is cold, man, in the wintertime, like 10 degrees. Tony Morrow knows.
Yeah.
And so if I'm standing outside, you know, and it's cold, I'll just go inside and get a chip, dip it in her salsa's black, and that's the one tar. That's the one that's really hot. I'll just eat that, and it'll warm me up for like 15 minutes, you know?
Because in about 5 minutes, you're shitting fire.
I'm into like, spicy stuff, but I've only since I've been here. I never used to like it when I was back in Australia. I'd like a little bit, like I'd eat it in Thai food, but it was never really, you know, which is weird because like my mother's background, she's from, her province is a place called Bicol. And it's always like really spicy stuff, you know. Yeah, and I never got onto it until I got here, and then I started experiencing like, you know, the heat and stuff. Now I've got a jar of fermented Carolina Reapers in my fridge.
Oh, those
is like, dude, it's wicked.
To your lip and it starts burning. They're really.
Oh man, you can even just dip it into vinegar and then take it out, so there's no actual peppers in there, and you'll still burn your lips and stuff, man.
Yeah, no.
I live in South Carolina, so
Oh, there you go.
That's our state pepper, and I can't even eat them, man. They're just too hot.
I love those, and then like the ghost peppers as well. Ghost peppers. I've got the what did I have last time? Peach ghost pepper. Awesome. And I actually did a video on my YouTube channel of eating one of those, and dude, it was nuts, absolutely nuts, because I ate it and then I tried to play guitar after I ate this thing. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was like, it was just sending you to this like euphoric state. It was just nuts. It hurt. It literally hurt. You know.
Yeah.
Peach ghost pepper. Yeah, I was like, it was yay big, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna try this whole thing.
Were they pickled or they were just fresh?
Fresh, man.
Oh yeah.
Fresh.
That's
Fresh. It was like this peach colored, and it was just, it's an evil looking thing. And you just bite into it and you think it's all good, and then you get the seeds that have been like trapped in amongst your teeth, and then you just get this reoccurrence again, you know.
Oh wow.
Oh, it was nuts. I had milk there, I had banana, I had like, just trying to reduce it, and it just it hurt for a good like 15-20 minutes, man.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. There's no way you can get rid of it except let it run its course, you know.
Yeah, it's evil. It's evil. Seriously. You start crying, and it literally gives you that a euphoric state for a minute or two. It's literally, it's like you're on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nuts. But then you get the flavors and stuff like that. And Alak-Azul, man, I have a version of Alak-Azul where it's got ghost pepper essence in it.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you have it on the rocks or whatever, and then you'll get that instant heat, but it doesn't last very long, and then you get.
When are we gonna get a bottle shipped to us?
Bro, I get people asking me that all the time, but there's a couple of reasons that I can't, because especially to the US, is because
all the
different laws from state to state. Yeah. And then you've got to have this approval for that state, that approval for that state. You've got to be able to, got to put it on the labeling and stuff like that. But it's coming. It's coming. I promise. I promise. So there you go. Anyway, guys, look, we've been going for 1 hour and 58 minutes. I don't know if Zach's going to come back in, but even if he does, we're pretty much done. We've still got consistent viewers there, but I think we're
last 20 seconds. I gotta hone us in. So for the refer a friend and earn, we see a half circle with 5%, 2%, 1%, and then we see AFS bonus 10%. Let's explain to the people what that means.
Absolutely. Okay, so your 5%, 2%, and 1% is like it's your it's a referral reward. Okay, so for example, there's Blue Chip there. He's sitting at the top. Then you came in underneath Blue Chip. Okay, the amount that you provide for liquidity, not just deposit into your wallet, but the amount that you provide liquidity. Let's say it's $100, for example, 100 USDT. Because you're directly under Chip. The system would pay him equivalent to 5% of what you put in. So he would get like $5. Yeah, $5. Okay. And that's for every single liquidity provision that you do.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the 2% is that if someone comes in underneath you, your son, for example, okay, you would get 5% and Chip would get 2%. Okay. And then say your son's girlfriend comes in underneath him and you would then get 2%. Your son would get 5% and Chip would get 1%.
Okay.
Okay. So that's for the referral rewards. Now you also have the earnings bonus, which is, again, it's all about advanced fee sharing. So, all the rewards are paid from fees that are generated on the OTC. Right. So this is not a Ponzi in any way where we're relying on user adoption. And then from what they've put in, we're taking that and rewarding.
Exactly.
Them. Work that way. Okay. So you have the advanced fee sharing as well, which is 10%. So effectively, let's say that you earned through your liquidity provisions, let's say you earned $100 today. Okay. Chip being above you and you being his direct, only for directs, he would be rewarded equivalent to 10% of what you've earned today.
Okay.
Okay. And that's only for your directs, nothing else underneath that.
Okay. So he gets 5% for me being directly underneath him for my deposit.
Yes.
And then as I earn, he's getting 10%. So if I 10%. Earn $10, he's making $1.
Yep. That's right. Yep.
Okay.
So
very lucrative, but also it's very sustainable.
So and what I love about that again, what's that, Chip?
Now we know what AFS stands for.
Yeah. Advanced fee sharing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what was that, Big T? You were going to say something else?
So again, what's great about that is it's from the fees, not
that's right.
having to pull from, I put in $1,000 and now you got to use that $1,000 to pay everybody out.
No, definitely not that way. So, again, that's what makes this thing beautiful and sustainable. Because it's all about external revenue. It's not like these other systems where you're dependent on user adoption and building the liquidity pool within the system itself to use that to pay it out, because eventually that runs out. That's a way of
people withdraw.
You're
withdraw the deposit and you crash.
Yeah. And it's the same thing. I mean, you see it with drip, for example. Okay. It became inflated. Okay. And even with that, it's not able to meet the liabilities, because if people stop putting in, that's what will happen. Yeah. Whereas with our system here, it doesn't matter. We could stop. Nobody else would need to join today and the system will still work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for the people out there, the question they would have is, well, wait a minute. You're paying Chip off of Tom's deposits. So how is that off of the fee sharing? That's off of him putting money in. So why isn't it a Ponzi? Why isn't it? Explain that.
Well, it's not, because, him putting in, it's not coming from the amount that you've put in. That's still coming from the fees that are generated
from the OTC.
From the OTC.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It's just based on, you're just given a number to reflect off of the deposit and the earnings, a percent, so that people can understand that. But it's really not coming from my money. It's coming from the fees that are created by the OTC.
Yep. That's right.
So those people out there that may be confused with this and think, oh, well, Tom put in $1,000. Chip's getting $50 from that $1,000. So it's depleting that $1,000. And then they're going to pay Chip, as Tom earns $5 a day, they're paying that out of Tom's $1,000. Eventually Tom's $1,000 is going to go away until we get more people in, but that's not the case.
That's not the case. Absolutely not the case.
Yeah.
So, again, zero Ponzonomics.
Exactly.
This is not about user adoption. And as I've said, we've got 405 providers in there. If that stopped today and that's all the providers that we had, the system's still going to work.
Yep.
The system will still work regardless. So there's that big difference. And when people say, oh, it's a Ponzi, up to you. You believe whatever you want to believe. I'll give you facts. I'm not here to try to talk you into it. It's entirely up to you. Right. But do yourself a favor and actually research and look at what we've put out there through the AMAs and realize that, no, actually, this is not that Ponzi style. And regardless of that, people will whinge and bitch and complain, but you see that there's obvious Ponzi's out there and people are still getting involved in it.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
It's nuts. Yep. They get involved in that, but they're quick to knock us and say, oh no, this is a Ponzi. Dude, what are you in?
Yeah. And I love the dashboard. I love the fact that, and when I talk about that, I don't mean just the word dashboard and you see that, but the fact that you log on, you can click on dashboard and immediately you see what is in your wallet, right in your face.
That's right.
And then you can see, you can deposit quickly, withdraw, you can do internal transfers. Then you can click over to liquidity pools. It's so simple. It's right in your face. 60-day, 300-day, 120-day, tells you the percentages. You click on affiliate. It shows you the percent that you can earn from level 1. And people should hover over that. Any of you guys that are still on the stream, don't just look at it. Take your mouse and hover over 5%, and it will say level 1 will pop up. And you scroll over and you hover over 2%, and it'll say level 2, and 1% will say level 3. And then you see the AFS bonus. You got your affiliate link right there. You can share on Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, email. You made that so easy. And then you go to your history, and boom, your history for your rewards is right there. Your transaction history, your affiliate history, the OTC history. Now, tell me about the OTC history. What is that going to show me?
That'll be anything that you've done. Like, again, you can't use the OTC where you are right now, okay? Because obviously there's regulations and licensing. So if you were able to use it, you could actually see what buys and sells you've done through the OTC.
Okay.
You know, so if you've gone from fiat on ramp, you're going and buying, you know, your crypto via our OTC, it'll show you all of that history.
Oh,
and
okay,
also
cool.
anything that you've sold, on ramp, off ramp, it'll have all of that there for you. And that will come in time. That will come in time for you guys.
And then the other cool thing is up to the right above all your history, you actually gave us a date option, so we can put a start date and an end date and view our history. I mean, dude, you made it simplistic, but yet technical enough to make us money.
Yep. We are adding a few other features as well, which will be coming soon. Like Drip Community PH did a request the other day. He said, look, at Christmas time, I want to be able to like gift people positions, like liquidity provisions. Okay, because instead of just sending them money and then them not actually providing liquidity, them just taking it out, he didn't want to do that. So at this point in time, we don't have that facility in place, but that is coming on the next versions, obviously, when we do updates, where you'll be able to airdrop. You'll be able to airdrop directly to people. So when you airdrop, it'll go into a liquidity provision for them, not just into their wallet. So you can help people like grow a position rather than just sending them funds. So that's coming soon as well. So.
And so for our live streams going forward, StreamYard, huh?
Yeah, I'm onto StreamYard again. I've gone back to StreamYard. It's a little bit more expensive than Streamlabs and Talk Studio, but I just think it's just the quality is just a little bit better. Actually, a lot better.
So you got to pay for this. This is
I'm paying this. I'm paying $49 a month for this.
Okay. Do they have a free version?
Yeah, they do have a free version. The free version, it just allows you to it still has the StreamYard logo, StreamYard branding, and you can only do up to 720p for streaming, and there's limitations in regards to like how much you can store, because you can use StreamYard for recording as well, even without uploading it. You don't have to go live with it. You can use it just for recording. So there's X amount of storage that you can get, etc. And then the amount of people you can have on the stream. So like with me, because I'm on Pro, I can actually have up to I think it's 12 people on the stream all at the same time. Yeah, with the free one, I think you're limited to 6.
So 12 on the screen, but you could have 12. How many watching?
Oh, you can have as many people watching as you want, but in
there's not like 100 or 300 limit or
no.
Like that. Okay.
No. So, you know, it's out there in YouTube world. They can see whatever they want to see. But in regards to having guests in here, I can have up to 12.
And are we able to get a copy of this?
Yeah, absolutely.
And can we load that on YouTube?
It'll be on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, well, this will be on YouTube anyway. But if you want one specifically, this is automatically recording, so I can download it. I can upload it to Drive somewhere for you, and you can download it and upload it onto your own channel.
Cool. Because I want to put that. You know, that'll be the next video on my YouTube channel. Yep,
no problem. And then anytime you join us again in the future, you will have an option where you can actually stream this directly to your channel as well.
Oh, cool.
Live.
Sweet.
So I think you've done that a couple of times, haven't you, Chip?
Yep.
Was it you
Sure
that did
have.
that?
I've been, I always try to refer people back to it, like especially the futters, but I don't think they ever go back and look at it.
There you go.
I kind of get toward Alak-Azul.
So
I try to look at
been brought to you by
Nellie's way
Dr.
of
Pepper.
handling futters. I try to look at Nellie's way of handling futters. He's got his way, and then I look at Drip Millions. He's so cordial with them. I'm like, I don't know which way should I go. But
I gotta give a shout out to Drip Millions, man. He's just an absolute, he's a champion, and unfortunately, I don't know why, but he gets a lot more FUD than everybody else.
He does.
I don't get it. Right? He's such a good guy, and like he's always on point. So I don't know why.
And he always responds to them, so cordially. Yeah. But then he gives them he gives them his opinion and why he believes that, and Nelly does the same thing, but then he'll call him a douchebag. It's funny, man. If they get out of hand with him, he does that,
Yeah.
And I like Nelly's way, and I like Drip Millions' way as well. Yeah. So
that's it.
I mean, all you can do is I guess reading NM Murphy's post today, it kind of got me to cool down and say, look, these people have gone through getting wrecked. So be more patient.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you guys ever seen Andrew Dice Clay?
Yeah, I love Andrew Dice Clay.
That's what I think. Chip, when he's dealing with the futters, I keep thinking he's going to do an Andrew Dice Clay on him.
I love him. Just to answer this one, Huss, Danny will have the ability to off ramp to our bank account in Australia through SS in the future. That is on the cards. Okay, I can't give you dates. I can't give you like specifics of that, but obviously that's something we're definitely working to. We want to have the ability for off ramp and on ramp everywhere in the world. Okay, so that may mean that we'll have to do it through partnerships, etc. But I mean, that's definitely our plan, to be able to do that in the future. So, yeah. Just in regards to that,
guys, I think I'm out.
Yeah, no problem. We're done. I think we've gone 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, yeah, I think we're all good. And then I'll have another stream scheduled for this Sunday as well. So we'll do that, and then we're going to have the Man Cave show coming, etc. I know it's supposed to be out in November, but I just haven't had time. So there you go.
Yep.
Big T, right. Tom, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate you coming on, and I
appreciate you having me.
Always welcome. Always welcome. Chip, same as always, man. Much love. Thank you. Keep your videos coming. I love it. Everyone out there in the stream, see you got, fun stream, enjoyed it. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks, Tony.
Thank you so much. All right, so I guess I'm gonna play my outro if I can find the right one, and we'll do one last one for everybody out there. Alak-Azul, ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic day, evening, more night, whatever it is in your end of the world. Alak-Azul. I'll play the outro. So I think, let me find the outro. I think this is the one. Anyway, if not, too bad. Later, champions. Much love to all of you.